American Airlines passengers across the country faced sudden delays earlier tonight after an IT outage forced the airline to temporarily ground flights nationwide. Western Mass News reporter Addie Patterson joins us live in studio tonight with the latest on this situation. So Addie, at least we know at this time that flights have since resumed.
That's right, Amanda. American says the issue was resolved within the hour. Shortly after the FAA issued an advisory around 6:30 tonight, American Airlines posted on X confirming the disruption was tied to a company-wide technology issue. That's what prompted the temporary ground stop while crews worked to restore service. Around 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time, the airline said the issue had been resolved and systems were coming back online. American has not said what caused the outage, but says crews moved quickly to fix service. We checked locally with Bradley International Airport in Windsor Locks, and officials there tell us the outage led to a few delays at their airport. But again, flights have since resumed. For the latest travel updates tonight, passengers are urged to check directly with their airline before heading to the airport. Reporting live in studio, Addie Patterson, Western Mass News.